So, crypto winter, is it over? Is the Bitcoin bull run here? Yes, yes, and yes again. Right, Galaxy Digital, one of the biggest, I mean, they're all over the place. They're into funds now, but into mining, into investments, right? Led by Mike Novogratz. They hold a ton of Bitcoin. They're about to push ETPs in Europe. So ETPs is almost the same as like ETFs, right? But it's basically like a fund that's backed by Bitcoin or some kind of crypto like Ethereum, because now we're starting to see Ethereum ETFs and ETPs too, right? So they are pushing forward. So you got a lot of money in traditional finance with equities and bonds and everything else that's out there. We're talking about trillions upon trillions upon trillions. They're looking for easy ways to get into crypto, and there's no better way than just offer ETFs or ETPs to those family offices or hedge funds and big fund managers and VC firms and whoever else out there that has trillions of dollars. Even Grayscale has a lawsuit against the SEC and they expect to win by the end of Q3, which means even in the US, we will be getting some spot Bitcoin ETFs in the near future. SEC is being pushed, okay? Not only by well, Gary we know got grilled recently, but not only by Congress, but by Ripple. They may be losing that case soon. They may be losing this case against Grayscale because they gave no good reason to deny spot Bitcoin ETF when they approved futures-based ETFs. So they're about to lose this. And they're probably going to lose the one against Coinbase too. I mean, they're being pushed by several large crypto companies, and Gary may be feeling the heat soon if all these end up being losses for the SEC, right? That's what we want to see. Right now, it goes unchallenged. We want to see some pushback and some wins, and all these things can spur another tremendous pump. In the meantime, us retail investors, average Joes, or even senators continue to DCA. Ted Cruz says, I'm incredibly bullish on Bitcoin. I own a little more than 2 Bitcoin, and every Monday I own a little bit more. I bought the dip. See, even Ted Cruz is DCAing. That's all you need to do. Just DCA a little bit, set a schedule every week, every paycheck, every month, every day. People have said, I DCA every day. Here's the interesting thing. Had you DCA'd every single day the same amount, even starting at the high point of 69,000, you would be in the green already. So think about that. That's the power of DCA. And more people are learning about Bitcoin, learning about the horrible macro conditions and overspending and the bank failures, and more people every single day is coming in to the space. You could see this is just Bitcoin's, recovery from bottom, leading up to these crazy pumps, right? But also very important, this EMA 21. It's kind of like the precursor of what's to come, right? You could see it happen in 2015, 2019. It's about to happen right now. Again, another signal that crypto winter is officially over and we are going to see better days. Now, in 2020, we had an exception because we dipped below because of the pandemic crash, right? So I know some of you guys may think, well, it could go down like 2020. That was a very different time. Everything sold off in March of 2020. Like literally everything. You had Dow going down 2,000 points in a single day. Bitcoin fell down thousands in a day. Everyone's panicking because of the mandatory shutdowns and all that stuff. So that's a asterisk, okay? But if you didn't have that, you could see Bitcoin would have just continued forward and eventually topped out at where we topped out at 69,000. But it's the same thing now, right? We are breaking through that EMA 21. Again, signaling winter is over. We're entering the new bull cycle, right? And the bull run is coming. Here's another one showing, what happened before versus now, right? There's so many similarities between previous runs and current run, let's say, okay? And who knows where Bitcoin's go top out. A lot of predictions. 200,000, 250,000, 300,000. I've seen some predictions that show 350,000. Many of you guys are DCAing. Addresses with balance over 0.1 Bitcoin, all-time high. You can see it just never stops. It actually went up more this time around when we dipped to the 16,000 range. You could see clearly the big spike over here, right? But it just keeps going up. Addresses with more than 1 Bitcoin keeps going up. Okay, so retail investors, holders, keep DCAing more and more and more and more. The supply keeps getting less and less and less and less. It's that simple. And look at the 1 year hodl wave. Okay, basically, again, measuring, how many people are hodling, basically. And you can see it's all-time high. All these metrics are all-time high. The fundamentals of Bitcoin has never, ever been better. I think people only equate health based on price. That's it. If we're not back at 69,000, we're not as healthy as before. No, that's so far from the truth. The fundamentals of Bitcoin has never been stronger than now, even when Bitcoin was at 69,000. We still have worries like this. The U.S. House passed a bill to increase the debt ceiling by another $1.5 trillion, not billion, trillion. Okay, and you could see how since 2020, that debt ceiling raise has increased by a ton, right? You could see like it's a stair step up, but then in the 2000s, kind of flatlined a little bit, and then stair step up, and then 2010 it started really going up, and then in 2020 it went up probably more than the last decade. So if you look behind the scenes, I don't know. This is still very worrisome that the U.S. continues to just increase the debt ceiling and increase its spending, its overspending, and basically diluting the USD out there, diluting your buying power with inflation, okay? That's still ongoing. That's still no good. GDP number also came out lower than expected, almost by half. This is also not good. I'm surprised not more people talking about this because, of course, the official definition of a recession is 2 straight quarters of declining growth, and we had over 4 quarters now. An entire year where GDP is down. Yet we're somehow still not in a recession. No, we have been in recession for about a year now, and this is a huge miss. Despite everything else, the probability of the next FOMC meeting, the next rate hike, still 25 basis points, 80%. 20% for zero. I'm really shocked that the zero portion isn't higher. It should be a lot higher, seeing how GDP growth is lower, unemployment, jobless claims starting to rise. You're still hearing about a lot of layoffs. I'm still clinging on to zero as my prediction. I may be wrong again, but I really think Powell needs to stop it.